Hello, welcome to my daily stay-at-home quarantine workout, 6 days a week. I'm doing simple, low equipment, 20-minute-ish workouts and inviting everybody to join in. So thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching this live on Instagram or if you're watching it on YouTube later, in which case please subscribe for more. All right, so day one around here is traditionally squat day. So each of the first 4 days I prioritize one of the big four movement patterns. We got the squat, the hip hinge, upper body push, and upper body pull. Going to be a little bit of a change to regularly scheduled programming. I'm experiencing a little bit of, I wouldn't even necessarily call it pain, a little bit of discomfort in the shoulders, which I'm going to be super careful and cautious about. And therefore, I'm going to not focus on so much upper body push today, which normally I would work in there as well. So instead of that, I'm going to do a little bit of extra pull work and just a little bit of extra sort of prehab, rehabilitative stuff for the shoulders. Might help, might not, but as I sort of figure out exactly what's going on here, I'm just going to take it easy. For example, I'm not going to be loading up the shoulders in terms of like weight-bearing movements, and I'm not going to be doing anything explosive. Could just push through and probably would be fine, but I thought, hey, teachable moment, because I know a lot of people I work with, for example, have trouble with sort of overhead movements or range of motion that involves sort of the hands going behind the head, and that's the kind of thing that's bugging me right now. So I thought, why not give some examples of ways that we can get a full workout in without further aggravating that kind of thing. So normally for my core bracing warm-up, which I always start with, I would incorporate side planks. Kind of my favorite thing to do, and a great exercise for healthy shoulders, because I'm a little bit iffy on whether my shoulders are actually healthy right now. I'm actually going to stay away from the side plank. So what I'm going to do for core bracing today, I'm going to be doing some Russian twists and some dead bugs. Okay, I'll show you what equipment I've got here. Hopefully you got something similar. For my weight, I just have a 10-pound ball. That's it. That's all I'm working with. Dumbbell or kettlebell or bag of flour works just as well. I got a resistance band about 1/2 inch in width here. I've got my mat, of course, which makes things a lot more comfortable. And I've got 2 cans of tuna here. So it does not need to be tuna. It can be anything nice and light, maybe like hockey pucks or something like that. Something that you barely feel the weight of, but there's still something in your hand. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that a little bit later on. Okay. Get that out of the way there. All right. Oh, jeez. All right, so for the core bracing, let's start with those dead bugs. Dead bugs, you're going to be on your back. Your arms are going to be straight up in the air, but your shoulder blades are going to be nicely packed against the ground here. The legs bent about 90 degree there, okay? This is not going to be the 90-degree march dead bug that I've shown you a few times. It's going to be classic dead bug, okay? So basically, keeping your lower back ribs stuck to the ground, big bracing breath into the core, 360 degrees around that spine, keeping the core tight, keeping that back glued to the ground. From here, you're going to reach out opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time, just like so, okay? I'm not going to reach back super far with my arms today because I don't want to push that range of motion. I'm not actually going to touch the ground with either the hand or the foot. So that's the idea. We're going to do 10 per side, okay? We'll start counting now. I just wanted to demo that for you. That's 1, keeping the core super tight the whole time. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, second thing is going to be the Russian twist. So for this I am going to use this ball as my weight. If you don't have a weight or you don't want to use weight with this, you can just take your fists and grab them together like that. That's your weight. Okay, basically the Russian twist, you're going to get up on your butt. You can elevate the heels or you can keep the heels on the ground Heels on the ground is going to be a lot easier. If it's your first time doing that, I recommend keeping the heels on the ground. I'm going to elevate my heels, and from here, I'm going to grab my weight or my fist, as it may be. I'm keeping just on the butt, all right? I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to be on my back, okay? And I'm twisting. My whole trunk is twisting side to side for 20 twists, or 10 per side, basically, is the idea there. And you notice I'm not just reaching, right? I'm actually twisting so that my shoulders and my chest are pointing in that direction that I'm looking, okay? So it's a full twist from the trunk. All right, now keeping that ball nice and close to my body. I don't want to do this. One, it's kind of cheating, and two, it actually puts a little bit of pressure on my shoulders, which one is kind of a problem for me today, and two, just sort of dilutes the core work, which is the point of this exercise, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you had your heels elevated like me, you probably noticed the legs like to move back and forth a little bit. You want to keep those legs as quiet as possible. Try to control that movement as much as you can. A little bit is practically inevitable, but just something to focus on. Okay, let's hit those dead bugs one more time. We're going to hit both of these exercises twice. All right, remember, shoulder blades packed against the ground, big bracing breath, those lower back ribs stuck to the ground too, and then we're just reaching out with those opposite limbs. That's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Reset that breath as you need to. 8. I may have lost count there. 9. And 10. Okay, one more time on the Russian twist. If you had heels down and it was a little easy, why not elevate the heels? Give that a shot. I'll show you from front side on here. Get away from that sunbeam. All right, so heels elevated, big twist. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, folks, that's your core bracing warm-up. Now our core is nicely braced all the way around. We hit a little bit of rotational movement, so we got the obliques in there. Obviously, we got the upper and lower abdominals with those dead bugs because we're reaching back with the arms and we're reaching out with the feet. So that's a nice way to kind of get everything in one. All right, so 4 exercises, 3 sets, 10 reps. That is the general way things work with these workouts. And it is squat day, so we'll be starting with some split squats. So that's a unilateral exercise, meaning it's kind of one leg at a time. So that'll actually be 10 and 10, right? 10 per side. And then after that, I'm going to switch up the order a little bit because upper body push is getting cut today. So we'll get right into some hip hinge work. I'm going to do some one leg glute bridges, basically, or hip thrusts, as whatever you want to call them. I'll show you what those are. And then I'm going to get into a little bit of work for the back of the shoulders, the scapular muscles there, in the hope that that will facilitate recovery well. So I'm going to do some L raises with these little tuna cans into some W raises. So I've done T raises here quite a bit. This is just like another sort of variation on a similar, it's sort of in the same family of exercises. And then after that, just going to do some nice easy band pull-aparts. So some nice light upper body pull work that is hopefully going to be really helpful, nice and healthy for the shoulders, and also just good for posture in general, because all those movements are all about opening up the chest, bringing the shoulder blades back and together, and kind of countering that pulled forward, bent over posture that we tend to get into when we're sitting at home all day. Okay, let's do this. Split squats. And I'm going to hold this weight goblet style because this is fine for me. It's totally comfortable. In terms of the shoulders, what wouldn't be comfortable would probably be like holding the bar behind my back right now. I don't really want to go back that far with weight in my hands. but this is okay. I'm gonna hold it nice and tight to the chest here. My elbows are gonna be nice and tucked in. That's the goblet style hold, okay? So this is a goblet style split squat. I just know I'm gonna get blinded by this skylight, but that's just part of it. All right, so I'm gonna get into this sort of lunge position. So a split squat's also called a static lunge. So I'm sort of up on the back toe of the back foot. You see that here. This front foot is flat. I'm gonna be driving through the heel. So it is gonna feel pretty quad dominant, this squat variation, but I'm also clamping down with my big toe and little toe for balance, okay? Most of the weight's on my front foot, my core's super tight, my spine's nice and neutral, okay? I don't wanna lean forward too much. I don't wanna pitch forward to where my knee is like way in front of my foot. That's not the deal. I wanna go pretty much straight up and down. That knee in the back can kiss the ground on the way down, but I don't wanna drop my weight onto it, okay? So, like so, all right? So we're gonna do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to switch legs. And basically, it's the exact same thing on the other side. Remember to really clamp the ground with those, with that big toe and little toe on that front foot, driving through the front heel. 1, 2, 3. Keeping that core tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're gonna feel it in the back leg too for sure. If you're feeling a lot of tension in the quad on the back leg or in the knee, for example, probably means your weight distribution is a little off and you wanna have more weight on the front. Try that adjustment and see if it helps. Okay, so these glute bridges here, you're actually gonna need some kind of elevated surface. I'm gonna use this couch, but a chair or a bench or a bed or anything that's not gonna move on you, like this is nice and stuck against the wall, that will work just fine. All right, now this is hitting me just beneath the shoulder blades, basically. All right, I'm gonna have this little weight in my lap here. You don't have to use weight, especially if it's your first time. I'm just gonna have that comfortably snug in my lap. I'm keeping my core tight this whole time. I'm gonna keep my eyes down on my hips. Basically, I'm bridging up at the hips, like so, and squeezing the glutes at the top. Nice little controlled bridge. But I'm gonna spice it up and make it a one-leg movement. So one leg just gets out of here. All right, it's just chilling. I'm gonna drive through the heel on that other leg, bridging up, squeezing the glutes at the top. So that's the idea. I'm gonna do 10 per leg. And my number one note always with this is eyes on the hips. If you're looking up there, you're gonna bridge up too high. And then your lower back's gonna get involved. No bueno, okay? It's all about hips and glutes on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You notice it's not a huge range of motion. You're not going up super high. You can dip down super low, but the idea here is a nice controlled range of motion. All right, we want to isolate the glutes and the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That's the hard part of the set. Now let's do some nice, easy L raises and W raises. Okay, so the letter in the name refers to what your arms are going to look like. So L raises, basically coming up like that, making 2 L's with the arms. But the idea here is there's no trap engagement. It's all about the scapular muscles, so the muscles behind the shoulder blades. And you should actually feel your shoulder blades sort of going like that, the same way that your arms are moving, all right? So that's why we're using super lightweight. You can do this with no weight, but I like to have something in my hands. And from here, I'm not thinking start the movement with my hands, I'm thinking start the movement with my shoulder blades. I'm thinking turn those shoulder blades down, just like that. And that makes the arms come up. So you see, there's plenty of distance between my shoulders and my ears. I'm showing lots of neck, I'm not shrugging, all right? It's gonna take a while to sense those little muscles back there because we don't use them a lot, but that's what this is all about. So from here, we're gonna do 10 L raises. Then what we're gonna do is switch into the W raise, all right? So we're gonna hinge over, we're gonna bring these arms in like that, and then it's just like this, if that makes sense. So we start in this position doing 10 of these, And then from here, we can keep the arms where they are. We can hinge back, bring the elbows in close together, and then boom, open them up like that for those W's. We'll do 10 of those too. Okay? Nice and easy, all right? Shouldn't feel hard. If it does, get rid of the weight, okay? Seriously. Core's tight, knees are soft. 1, all about the shoulder blade movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You might hear a lot of crackling and popping. I hear a lot of popping going on, personally. If that popping is accompanied by pain, it's not good, obviously. But popping, cracking without pain, it's not really a problem. It's quite common. So don't get too concerned about that as long as you're not feeling pain. Okay, so we were here. We're going to hinge over just by pushing the butt back, bring the elbows in together. Once again, those shoulders are back and down. They're showing lots of neck. So if I were to show you from the side, right? And then we're just bringing those shoulder blades back and together as those elbows are brought up by the motion of the shoulder blades. We track them together. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you don't have to be quite as hinged over as I was, but I like to do that. It actually helps me concentrate on the movement. Okay, and last thing, it's just going to be some nice easy band pull aparts. So we're actually targeting similar muscles with this one, but there's a little bit more of a pull involved, and you'll probably feel it in the back of your shoulders as well. So you're going to get a little bit of tension on that band, however much you need, not too much to start. Arms are straight out, elbows are locked out. My shoulders, once again, back and down, showing lots of neck. And from here, I'm just pulling that band apart. Arms going straight out. I'm keeping those shoulders down. I should feel, once again, the shoulder blades coming together and back as that band hopefully reaches my chest. 1, just like that, nice and easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the 4 exercises. We're going to do 2 more sets just like that. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit now that less explanation is required. Try to get a little cardio in there as well. Okay? We don't really need to take a break now because that sort of was a break. All right, so let's hit some more split squats. All right, take your time getting set up here. Get up on that big toe of the back foot. Clamp down with the toes on the front foot. Elbows tucked in. Big bracing breath, tight core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching legs. Just doing the exact same thing, folks. One leg might feel a little bit weaker or less stable than the other. That is totally normal. This is the bad leg for me, so to speak. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's hit that one leg glute bridge. That weight nice and snug in your lap there. All right, core's tight, eyes are down. Gonna get one leg out of the picture, and then just bridging up, little squeeze of the glutes at the top. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. L's and W's. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Core's tight, nice soft knees. And just starting the motion with those scapular muscles. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Probably going to take a while before you can convince your traps and your shoulders to stop doing the work. That's 8, 9, and 10, and that's totally normal. All right, we're going to hinge over here, coming in like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You've probably seen in the gym, or maybe you've done it yourself, those very similar or the same movements with quite a bit heavier dumbbells in your hands, and you might be asking, why aren't we doing that? And it's not actually just because of I'm trying to look after the shoulder. I would normally do those raises with super light weights, because whenever you get heavier weights in your hands, your traps are automatically going to take over that movement because of the stronger muscles and they're used to doing the work, and usually it happens without you being cognizant of it, which you know, that's an exercise, you're getting something out of it, but are you getting everything out of it, and are you really getting are you really strengthening the muscles that you're actually targeting? That's the question there. All right, so that's why I keep those super light. All right, band pull aparts. Keep those arms straight, shoulders back and down, core tight. I'm just gonna do them on my knees. Same deal though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm just going to keep rolling into the third set here, folks. If you need a break, of course, take it. Go at your own pace. Do want to get the heart rate elevated. I don't want you to feel exhausted or gasping for breath, however, okay? So monitor your fatigue levels and adjust accordingly. That's all good. All right, get into that lunge position. From here, clamping down with those toes. We're going to dip down, drive through the heel, getting tall, okay? Spine's nice and neutral. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch your orientation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Almost there, folks. We're going to hit those one leg glute bridges, okay? If you haven't had a weight in the past, try throwing a weight on there this time, see how that feels. Okay, nice and controlled. 1, eyes down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. L's and W's, okay? Shoulders back and down. Think about those scapular muscles, like literally focus on them the entire time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Your scaps are big, right? Your shoulder blades, the bones themselves. Think about the lowest part of them. Try to feel movement in that part, all right? That's gonna coax movement out of the neck and out of the traps. All right, so let's get hinged over. W's, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, last but not least, we got those lovely band pull-aparts. The posture fixer. Okay, core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's actually it for today, folks. I hope that was helpful for you. If you are experiencing any shoulder impingement or just weird shoulder pain or limited range of motion, there's all kinds of sort of rehabilitative, restorative exercises that you can do and look up. A particular group that I would recommend is called OFAST, OH Fast. They're an awesome group of chiros and sports injury performance specialists that are in Toronto. They've helped me out a lot, and if there wasn't a quarantine going on, that's where I would already be. So yeah, check them out. In the meantime, foam roll, cool down, get your protein, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.